Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today, we have 4 inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies who value their unique skills. For over 100 years, South Jersey Industries has been providing safe, reliable, and affordable energy to thousands of New Jersey residents. They're providing both high-quality customer service and clean energy. Take a look at this.
SJI is one of New Jersey's largest public utilities, serving customers through South Jersey Gas and Elizabethtown Gas. With over 1,100 employees, respect, inclusion, and acceptance are central to SJI's values. They're hard at work to create a culture of inclusion for all, one where every employee can feel comfortable bringing their best selves to work each day, including veterans. Rich DeRose joined the Army in 2005 and deployed to Iraq shortly after. Traveling the world with the National Guard sparked his interest in global energy policies.
On September 11th, 2001, I was having surgery, and after the towers fell, I knew that I wanted to do something for my country and my community moving forward. So I came home, told my family I was joining the military, and headed to Fort Benning, Georgia soon after for both basic training and infantry school. For most of my time overseas, I was a machine gunner and also protecting a compound. So energy is not something most people think about on a daily basis, and it really wasn't for me, to be honest with you, until I was overseas, seeing how family lives are directly impacted by energy needs and actually lack of energy needs. The lights don't always turn on when you want them to turn on. It's not always cool when you want it to be cool. It's not always warm when you want it to be warm.
Christina Fernandez joined the Army right out of high school as an automated logistical specialist. She now serves as the Administrative Operations Manager at SJI.
So I served for 6 years active and then inactive 2 in the Army National Guard. My responsibilities was to provide logistics support for the unit, overseeing the warehouse and the stock supply, and also the maintenance of the vehicles and the parts that needed to be ordered to maintain the vehicles.
My current role at SJI is in the government relations, government affairs team. I work with all elected officials from your town council all the way up to the governor's office. Essentially, we are the problem solvers for both SJI and the communities we serve.
I manage all the back office operations for South Jersey Gas, so I make sure that everything that the field employees need to do their job in the field is provided to them timely and correctly, and also processed in the back office correctly as well.
SJI values their customers and employees. The company provides veterans the perfect opportunity to serve their local communities.
We have the opportunity to provide a service to so many families throughout New Jersey, but at the same time, we're fixing the problems of tomorrow before tomorrow happens. And having that blend of a company where you have that strong foundation, but you also get to take those risks, you also get to look to the future, really becomes a job that you look forward to coming to every day. We want to be that company that supports a clean future, and we're committed to that clean future.
So Rich and I met here at SJI, and we had one thing in common, that we were both veterans and we served. We really wanted to do something that was veterans related in the organization, so we saw the need to create a veterans engagement team, which is an employee resources group. And so we were able to co-found that in 2020 and officially launch the group last year. One of the objectives that we have is also to bring more veterans in the organization by having our current veterans participate and actively recruit for our company.
By prioritizing energy efficiency and providing sustainable energy, SJI can better serve the New Jersey community.
Working for SJI, I feel kind of the same loyalty to this company, but because I believe in the mission that we have. Our mission is to provide reliable, affordable gas service to our communities while keeping them safe, and that includes also our employees.
We're a big company, we're a growing company, but when I walk through the doors, it doesn't feel like that. You know, coworkers become family, coworkers become friends. They want to help you, they want to see you grow, and that's probably the most important thing about working at SJI for me, is having a company that's invested in me just as much as I am invested in them.
Welcome back. Uniti Group, Inc. partners with communication companies to strengthen and grow the critical infrastructure that ties our nation together. With a mission-focused, goal-oriented company culture, Uniti is the perfect fit for a military veteran's second career.
My name is Jennifer Carter, and I am a network engineer tier 2 at Uniti Fiber. My decision to join the military was to become a pilot in the Air Force. I always had a dream of being a pilot since my senior year in high school. I was in the military for 12 years, 7 years active, and the rest I took temporary leave. As I finished school, my stepbrother became a diabetic at the age of 45. His kidneys was failing drastically. So one day I decided to test, and all of a sudden I became a match. So I was like, surprise. After donating my kidney, I did try to go back in the military, because at that time I didn't know that you couldn't go in with only one kidney, because I can't get deployed with one kidney.
My name is Frank Mabins. I am a field tech level 2 for Uniti Fiber. What made me get into the military is back in high school, I think I was 11th grade. I had 2 sisters already in college, and I had to find some way to pay for it myself, so I decided to go the military route. It was the best route. My first deployment was from 2003 to 2005. That was in Iraq. And my second deployment was 2011 to 2012 in Afghanistan. My mindset when I was in Iraq was basically to just survive. When I got out the military, I was all over the place until a friend of mine who was actually in the military, who worked for Uniti Fiber, told me about the job here. And I left where I was at, came over here, and that's kind of like the best decision that I ever made.
Uniti Group is a real estate investment trust, or REIT, that provides telecommunication services to businesses, schools, hospitals, and even military installations through the Department of Defense. I'm Senior Vice President for Order Management and Service Delivery in the Uniti Fiber division. Uniti Fiber builds and operates fiber optic networks across the Southeast to provide optimal connectivity services at all times.
12 years ago, I started working for the company. I started as an intern, working into a management role under great management, so I've just been rocking since then. My job requires me to work with teams to help resolve technical issues, help with network growth.
What I did in the military is basically the same thing that I do with the company now. It was data transport. I'm making sure that we have communication-wise from point A to point Z. What I like about my job now is I have independence, and I have accountability for myself as well as for my work, and my work speaks for itself.
I'm very proud to be part of a company that actively recruits veterans, because the company seeks all of those attributes and attitudes and skill sets that will benefit the company and then benefit the veterans as they move on to the second part of their lives.
To any veteran out there who's looking for another career or a career after the military, half of your training, half of your skill set will be used here. And the other half here, they'll teach it to you. I will teach you. Do you have people here that you rely on? It's the same way with the military. You have people that you rely on, and we all just work well together.
Being part of a company that really cares about the veterans makes me feel like part of the family. I enjoy working with Uniti Fiber. I feel like it was the best decision I made after leaving the military.
I would say to anyone that is looking for an opportunity in the corporate workspace that I have thrived at Uniti Fiber and Uniti Group. So come see us, come find us. It'll be worth your while.
Uniti rocks.
Welcome back. For over 175 years, Berkshire Bank has always provided outstanding banking services throughout the Northeast. From private banking to insurance to wealth management, Berkshire Bank has always made sure their resources serve the veteran community.
Headquartered in Massachusetts with over 130 locations, Berkshire Bank services folks from New Jersey to Vermont. The veteran community is extremely important to them. which is why they both employ and help veterans transition back to civilian life. Jason Niles is former Air Force. He joined the bank in 2009 and has grown in the ranks ever since.
I joined the military directly out of high school, just looking to travel, so I chose to join the Air Force with a friend of mine. I entered as security forces apprentice, military police. So I traveled from South Korea to Greenland and then finally stationed in Maryland at Andrews Air Force Base, where I separated in 2006. After I got out of the military, I was looking to kind of find my career path, always planning on becoming a police officer right out of the military. In the meantime, I joined the reserves, really decided that reserves were a little bit different than I was used to, and separated.
Melanie Mamani joined the Army at 24 and was deployed to Guantanamo Bay. She started her career at Berkshire Bank in 2016 as a part-time teller.
I was going to college and I was still at home with my mom, helping her take care of my grandfather and everything like that. And I feel like at a certain point, I'm 24, I'm not really doing much, so I'm like, I need to do something with my life. So I actually saw a poster in school about, joining the Army, and I just gave them a call, and literally that's where it all started. So I actually joined when I was working at Berkshire Bank. I had to let everyone know, my manager, I was like, oh, I'm joining the Army, and they were like, oh, that's so scary. Came back from basic training and then still went back to work at Berkshire Bank, literally jumped right back into my job. So that was really great. When I ended up coming back, they were like, you know what, we would really like for you to be full-time at our Newington branch. And I was like, oh, for sure, definitely. This is somewhere where I would definitely love to stay. And
Transitioning to civilian life is hard for veterans, so it's important to find a bank that prioritizes their specific needs. It's all about making sure they're successful.
Finding a job isn't as easy when you leave the military. So I tried a number of different jobs and ultimately landed here at Berkshire Bank. So I actually started as a part-time teller. From there, I climbed the ranks through Berkshire Bank and found a knack with working with people. I really enjoyed working with people. Berkshire Bank gave me the training and the skills I needed to continue my development and grew through the ranks as a branch manager and then now a team leader for the My Banker program.
In the military, everyone has a job. Everyone needs to do their job or get their job done so the mission runs successfully. And I think it's kind of the same thing here at Berkshire Bank.
As an SBA preferred lender, we're able to help a veteran business owner and get the services that they need to help grow their business. And the other service that we really provide to veterans is our My Banker service. We become a part of that person's team, take a analyzed approach on finding ways that we can help them in their financial goals or just even their personal finances getting on track.
Things that our military checking account offers, ATM fees are waived. They get their first box of patriotic checks for free. I also see CDs offered with some, rates that are beneficial for, veterans in our military.
Giving back to the veteran community is a priority. After all, it's the same community that helped keep our country safe.
So Berkshire Bank really encourages all employees to volunteer. One specific thing that we do at the bank is called Extraordinary Day. We actually shut down our entire bank and everyone goes out into the community and volunteers. That helped us get 100% participation rate in volunteering. Really empowers employees to choose nonprofits to work with that are near and dear to their hearts and make an impact in the community.
Berkshire Bank believes in serving veterans as well as they've served us, from funding a business, building a home, or anything in between.
It's really giving the people the service they should expect from a bank, built around their time, their schedule.
So whether it be specifically for military, for veterans, or any other type of area group that we're looking at. So I feel like that's why Berkshire Bank would be the best for veterans.
The United States military is full of individuals from all different walks of life that face challenges together through thick and thin. The same can be said of WEL Companies, Inc., a family-owned and operated company with strong core values.
So WEL Companies is a family-owned trucking business in De Pere, Wisconsin, right outside the Green Bay area. We're a mid-sized carrier of refrigerated goods. Approximately 472 trucks are in our fleet. We employ both owner-operators and company drivers. We've been in business for 45 years. In fact, this is our 45th anniversary. So our motto is drive for greater things. What that means to us really is driving for your personal needs, driving for the needs of the community, and driving for the needs of the country. We bring refrigerated goods to the supermarkets, to the distribution centers, and to the customers across the country. We need people like military veterans that have that integrity and that have that drive and have the ability to keep this country going.
My name is Lawrence Daniels. I am a trainer for student drivers.
My name is Silva Judson.
My name is Dwayne Edward Allen, and I'm a truck driver here for WEL Companies.
What got me into the military was family. They needed to be taken care of, and that was an option I had that I could get into right away.
I went in the Navy thinking that I was going to be a lifer, but after I met my husband and we started having kids, I decided I would rather be a mom than a sailor.
My grandfather was an ex-military man, United States Army. He raised me, him and my grandmothers, and my stepfather was also in the Navy, so the military was kind of like in my background as far as a kid growing up, the structure and discipline and so forth. Got a phone call from the Red Cross. My grandmother had stage 4 cancer and got reassigned back at Fort Lee, Virginia, until a year later when she tragically passed. And then my life from there was turned upside down. My grandfather died 4 months later. I got out of the military and just had to try to find my way. And it was really, really hard. WEL Companies gave me the opportunity to come work for that company. And I was ecstatic, I'm elated about it. This was the place for me to be. And I'm here now, I'm here to stay.
I had really no idea what I wanted to do. I spent probably about 4 years going to college trying to figure it out until I kind of stumbled upon trucking.
I started with a training company, and from there I went through about 5 or 6 companies before I found WEL Company. And everything about WEL Company I liked, so I purchased a truck, and I'm still here after 5 years.
It wasn't until I got to WEL that I felt like I was somewhere I belonged.
WEL Companies is owned by Bruce Thielens and his family. You have the ability to have daily interaction with the owners. A lot of drivers prefer being able to feel like they're part of a family versus a company, and you truly get that working for WEL Companies.
I've talked to Bruce, the owner, many times. You see him out talking to the drivers all the time, and his son Chris talks to everybody too.
He's just like me and you. He'll sit down, talk to you just like a driver. You'll never know who he is unless he tells you.
So if you are a veteran transitioning out of the military currently and looking for that second career, I would encourage you to consider WEL Companies, and we'll do everything we can to help your transfer into the civilian world be as comfortable as possible. We'll also provide the training you need to get it done correctly.
If you're a military veteran, I highly recommend WEL Company. It's a very good company to work for.
I'll come out of the military right now. This would be an excellent job for you to come into and still travel the world, see the country, and make good money.
You have your leadership, your decision-making skills. We're used to travel. A lot of us actually enjoy travel. As far as a second career, this would be a great stop.
It's home, like being at home, away from home, and I love it.
Great to see that after sacrificing so much during military service, today's veterans were able to shine at these outstanding companies. I'm Montel Williams, and thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Military Makeover Operation Career. We'll see you next time.